Alright, so I wanted to make a quick video to show a qigong exercise for grounding. This is very effective and you'll feel this pretty immediately. You'll feel a lot more relaxed and it just helps to get a lot of the static out of your mind, out of your body, and just your mental and your emotional space. So I'm going to take you through the physical part of the exercise and then get into the mental part. Because like all qigong exercises, it's about 10% physical, 90% mental. So, and I call this the Huul posture. And I'll give you some background about that. So anyway, this has a lot of resonance with the earth element, and that's why it's so grounding. So, first thing you're going to do, your feet are about pelvis width. You can be a little wider than that even. Definitely no wider than the shoulders. You want your feet about parallel to one another. And you want to have a good bend in your knee. You don't want to lock out. When you lock out, you cut the energy flow from head to toe. You get a little bend in the knee. And what I like to do with this is I like to favor my weight towards the heels. In any qigong exercise, you want to be aware if you weight on the balls of your feet or you weight on your toes or on your heels. Most exercises are on the mid-foot. Very often what I teach is you're going back and forth. But for this one, you want your weight into the heels. And that basically grounds the skeleton into the earth. So, again, feet parallel, no wider than the shoulders. Nice bend in the knee and weight over the heels. Now the next thing you're going to do, you want your palms to face the ground. So when you do this, they call it a crescent moon shape. So you're not locked out. It's going to cause a lot of tension. You get kind of this crescent moon shape, and your palms are facing the ground. So anyone who has done any Tai Chi, Qigong, they've probably seen this. And like I said, this is a very common Qigong posture. So once you have this physical part, we're going to get into the mental part. So first off, there's a breath that goes with this. So you do your normal inhale through the nose. And on your exhale, you're going to use a sound or a syllable. So it's a seed sound. And basically, this sound has a resonance with the earth element, and it helps with this grounding effect. So the sound is Huul. If I was to spell this, something like Huul. So in the Chinese five elements scheme, the sound Hu is associated with the earth element of the five elements. Each of the five elements has an associated sound, an associated seed syllable. And these sounds, their frequency has a resonance with that element, also with the organs and the tissues of that element. So Huul is for the earth element, so it helps with the grounding. So we throw the L on the end of this instead of doing just Hu, because Huul has an affinity to Hola, which was the Germanic, one of the Germanic earth goddesses, and she was a goddess of basically spring cleaning. And so the idea with winter is that it actually cleanses the earth, all the snow and the hail, and it melts, it cleanses the earth. And so as you do this, as you make this sound, there's a visualization. So, and actually even on the inhale, you can imagine snow and hail entering the crown of your head and accumulating in your body. And as you start the sound, as you start the Hu, you're going to imagine all that snow and hail melting and trickling through your body and actually out your palms, out the soles of your feet, and out just the bottom of your body in general. And you imagine that water trickling into a well or an underground lake, something like that. And right when you hit the L at the end of the Huul, imagine that body of water boiling. Imagine the steam coming up into the clouds. So you have a perfect circle. You have a loop of precipitation and evaporation and then condensation again. And so that's going to get the energy moving upward and downward in your body and, you know, within your energy body too, your physical and your energy body. So again, you got the stance. And one thing you can do too is, I like to imagine that my third leg is actually my tailbone, so I'm like a tripod. You want to plug that in. And also, imagine your hands and feet are plugged into the ground. You know, your hands tend to be more sensitive, so you can put more focus there. But really imagine your hands and feet and your tailbone connecting to the ground. And so, lost my train of thought. Another thing too, the different elements rule different parts of your body. So in a 4-element system, in the Western system, the earth element actually rules your hands, the very bottom of your spine, your hips, and your feet and legs. So what I like to do with this is I like to imagine that my hands, my hips, my low back, and my feet and legs are really just grounded into the earth and just very settled and super firm. They have that stability of the earth element. So those are a lot of things going on mentally. So actually go back and rewatch this and make a little list of the different visualization points, visualization techniques. Make a list and just kind of learn them one by one. Get familiar with one. When you're familiar with that, learn another and kind of layer them in. Now the last thing I want to talk about is that sound, Huul. You can do this vocally where it's audibly, or you can do it inaudibly or subvocally. The way I was taught is that doing it audibly puts the energy out into the environment. It can actually cleanse the environment you're in, so it's a good thing for your house. Another thing you can do is that you do it subvocally. You keep this energy in your tissues and you keep it within your energy body. So I do this mostly subvocally. So when you do it subvocally, you enunciate with your mouth. You pronounce the sound, but you don't make any noise. The vocal cords don't vibrate. So you're mouthing the sound, but not making the sound. So try that out and just email me or with questions or put comments. Put questions into the comments section. So thanks for tuning in and talk to you later.